Hey everybody, welcome to another exciting episode of McMillan and Morrow. I'm Dr. Sean McMillan. This is my co-host, Rich Morrow. Okay, there you go. And thank you for tuning in. It's good to see you. And we are, as we often are, that's a bad sentence. We are, as is often the case, is what I'm trying to say.
Come on, Harvard.
Wow. Glad to see you and excited about what we're going to do together. So sit down, relax, and let's take a ride, people, because you know it's going to be one.
It definitely is. But we're going to stay in L.A. first, so we're not riding too far on this first story. And this is actually a feel-good story. I hope you enjoy this. I know you were friends with Kobe, so this might actually hit home. The Los Angeles Lakers have been incredibly active in the recent years, not only in obviously building teams and changing staples to crypto, but
The cripple?
cripple.
So you just named the cripple.
But I don't know if you noticed, but they've been trying to stay consistent with their commitment to honoring Kobe and his legacy. And they're planning to put a statue in his memory outside of crypto. Did you know that?
I assumed it. They got other statues
they
out
had
there.
to give him one, right? Given his contributions and impact, it's fitting that he'll have a statue erected outside of crypto. Did you write that word? Joining the ranks of obviously Shaq and Jerry West that's out there. They're unveiling it in honor of his jersey number 8 on August 8th. And it'll be 8/24, so it'll be next year.
Okay.
Yeah, and the statue will also incorporate his daughter Gigi.
Okay.
And oh no, I thought it was gonna say it had the other. Okay, yeah, but it's gonna have his daughter Gigi in it, so it's gonna be a statue of him and Gigi outside of crypto.
Okay.
Unveiling next year. So, shout out to the Lakers for doing that. They want me to ask you to speak a little bit on your relationship with him. I know you got a funny story about how you guys met. I'd actually love that story. I feel like the audience would appreciate it too. Let's say
Okay.
a little bit.
But let me say first, I'm surprised he doesn't already have a statue out there.
I am too.
If Shaq has one, how does Kobe not have one?
I think it was because Shaq retired sooner, maybe. I don't know.
Kobe should have had his statue the day after he retired.
The day after he
I mean,
retired.
come on.
Yeah.
So anyway.
But at least they finally doing it.
Yeah. So how did I meet Kobe? So it's an interesting story. So when I was a kid, I used to go to Magic Johnson's basketball camp. And I would fly out from New York. And because I was coming from...
you would go all the way from New York to his camp?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was a big Laker fan since I was a kid. So I would fly out, and because I was coming from New York, I would come early and stay late. So I got to know one of the assistant trainers and the equipment manager. His name is Rudy Garcia-Duenas. Rudy and I got to be real cool. Fast forward, I'm an adult now, and Rudy and I are still friends. So I would come out to L.A. You know, I was living in Chicago at the time. I just need to get the hell out of the cold.
Yeah.
So I come to L.A. and spend time with Rudy. But Rudy still worked for the Lakers.
Yeah.
He was there during the Magic era, and he was there during
He got to see some great basketball.
during the Kobe and Shaq era. So anyway, so one day we're at practice. This is the year that Kobe had hurt his hand. He had broken something. He would come early for treatment and stay late. They were still at the Forum. This was their last year at the Forum.
Oh, wow.
Before they moved to crypto. And so I'm there shooting around, you know, after practice. I go in the locker room and Kobe is getting treatment, but he's also doing an interview. And he pauses the treatment to do this interview, and he's eating a sandwich doing this interview. So he has mayonnaise all over his mouth.
Yeah.
And I'm just watching, because you know that's what I do.
Yeah.
I'm walking through the locker room, and I'm just looking at this man with mayonnaise all over his damn mouth. He's talking to two white reporters, Tyler. Tyler represents all the white people in the world.
Honorary white guy.
And they don't tell him,
Yeah.
you got mayonnaise on your mouth.
Yeah.
So what I do is I go get a towel, like a napkin. I walk past him, and I put the napkin on his knee. I just keep walking. Don't say anything.
Yep.
So I go back out to the Forum, and I start shooting, because my lefty jump shot is
Water.
killer. Okay? Don't y'all let that philosophy thing
fool you.
Listen, I'm going to pull up and jump shot on you. and make you cry out for Jesus.
I ain't never thought about you hitting the
I
jump
just pull
shot.
up. Yeah.
Right.
Shot.
Hold that.
Anyway,
Hold that.
I totally regress.
I love it. I love it.
But anyway, so Kobe comes out to the floor and says, I can't use Kobe's language.
Yeah.
Because Kobe. He says, hey, man, those people, that's not what he said. So that man is on my mouth, man. They didn't even care. So I go, no. They didn't.
They definitely did not.
They didn't. He goes, man, thanks for that, man. I appreciate that. He said, what's your name again? I said, my name is Sean. He said, oh, okay. Where you from? I said, I'm from New York. I'm just visiting here with Rudy. Oh, you gonna be here tomorrow? I'm gonna be here tomorrow, yeah. So he goes. Next day, we're at practice again, and he says to me, I'm in the Laker practice. These are the LA Lakers, right?
Yeah.
Shaq, Kobe, D-Fish. Who can verify this story, by the way? D-Fish. Robert Horry. And I'm reading books.
Yeah.
'Cause I was working on my doctorate degree. And I'm reading books. So Kobe comes up to me and says, Kurt Rambis is the coach, I think, at the time, right before Phil. He says, you'd only, this guy Kobe taught, who comes to Laker practices and don't care about the Lakers? I said, yeah, man, I got to get this degree. And that began
Y'all friendship.
a 20, 25-year friendship.
Yeah.
Because what he later on I realized, and he said it, what he liked was my focus.
That's what everybody says. He was most.
He liked the fact that I could care less about you people. I'm determined to get this done.
And you could do it.
And every time I would come out about twice a year, and we would exchange books. We never talked about basketball. We had one conversation about basketball.
Really?
One. You want to hear about it?
Yeah.
Am I doing too much?
No.
So they were still at the Forum, and he was in conflict with his team. When people say they didn't get along, it's not hyperbole.
Yeah.
They did not get along.
Yeah.
So much so that he wouldn't get dressed in the locker room with his teammates. There was a little doctor's office in the locker room.
Yeah.
He would get dressed in the doctor's office, away from everybody else. So what does that tell you? So he sends for me, because he used to send for me before the game so we could just chit chat. So I go in there, and I'm like, wait, why are you in here? He's like, well, the locker room is out there. And he goes on this tirade. These people and blah, 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 blah. We won't get into names.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just letting people have it. So I slip into Dr. Sean.
Yeah.
I think if you're going to be Kobe Bryant,
I'm going to be Dr.
I'm going to be Dr. Sean.
Yeah.
So I sit there and listen to him, and I give him my Dr. Sean face. Here, you know, this is Dr.
The
Sean.
one you've given me
It's like,
somebody.
this is Dr. Sean face. So, and I'm communicating to him,
Yeah.
I don't share your energy.
Yeah, are you done yet?
Yeah, I'm not participating in this storm.
I'm not going, yeah.
This storm it is self-created.
It's yours.
And you own it.
Yeah.
So when he gets done, he's like, he said, you ain't saying nothing. So, newsflash, people, whenever someone wants to be angry and you let them be angry by themselves, they will say to you at some point, what's wrong with you?
So I'm not the only person that you do this.
No,
I'm glad.
I did it to Kobe Bryant. You should feel honored.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
ultimately,
It sounds like me.
Let me cut across the field. He says, you ain't saying that. So I say to him, it's your fault. Which of course,
You're about to really
which of course, if
must
he
have dropped 50 this game.
if he could have fought
the
me,
81.
look,
That
if
was
he
the
could have
81.
fought me and nobody knew about it,
It would have went down that
he'd
day.
have tried to fight me. He said, what? I said, it's your fault. This is a true story, I swear to God.
Yeah.
He said, what do you mean? I said, you're expecting mediocrity to love greatness. You're expecting average to understand what extraordinary has to go through. And it's your fault.
You probably shut up after that.
He sat down He sat down and took that breath people take. And I walked out the room. I did my work.
You knew that was what
Listen,
you
my
needed to
work,
hear.
and that was our friendship.
I love that.
That was our friendship. I was going to tell him the truth
Yeah.
and care about who he was, and just as a person.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was Kobe and.
What would you say his best quality was after knowing him all those years?
His discipline.
His discipline.
Yeah, extremely disciplined.
Is that what you admired most about him?
No,
What did
I
you admire
wouldn't
most
say.
about him, you
I don't
say?
know if I admired anything about him. And I don't mean to sound curt.
Yeah.
I didn't look up to Kobe Bryant
Yeah. I know.
at all.
Yeah. He was a friend.
I'm older than him,
Yeah.
so he should be looking up to me. We just respected each other.
Yeah.
And, I don't think, what I liked most about him was how honest and clear he was. Loved his dedication and focus. But I wouldn't say I admired anything.
Yeah. You don't really admire people anyway.
I admire Gardner Taylor.
Yeah, there's like two
I admire Toni Morrison.
Tony, I was going to say, there's
Yeah,
two people,
those
and
are
those are the only two
those
people.
people I'm admiring.
Literally the only
Everybody
two
else, it's great to meet you. God bless you. Love you.
Yeah.
Love what you do. I saw, in a cigar place, Tyler, we totally off the rails.
people. Hell yeah.
Cedric the Entertainer.
Oh, yeah, Sid.
yeah.
Shout out to Cedric the Entertainer. I saw him at the cigar place that Tyler and I go to. You've been there with me. And he was there. He's friends with my guy Jimmy. You know Jimmy.
I know Jimmy.
So they spoke. And so when I was leaving, I just went over because Jimmy shook his hand. So I went over. I thought it was rude if I didn't.
Yeah,
So I went over. I shook his hand. I said, "Man, love what you do, and I appreciate all the reasons you do it." He's like, "Oh man, thank you." So it was very. But my point is,
That's all it is.
not a fan.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you any of his jokes, but I do think he's funny,
Yeah.
and I do appreciate what he does. I'm not anybody's fan.
Yeah.
If I meet you, it is good to meet you. I honor you. I celebrate the genius that you represent.
You know how many people have a problem doing that? Why is that so hard for people, you think?
To do what? Be specific.
To honor other people that they meet in the way that you mentioned, because I do very much the same, obviously, just being around celebrity. I mean, I have friends that I never thought, would be friends of mine that I used to look up to in different ways. So, when I meet people, I have always been the person that can honor someone with respect and keep it. I've never been.
You
like
have a lot of
said, either.
celebrity friends.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where I've never felt like,
Way more than
the
me.
celebrity it's never affected me as much, so I've been able to, I feel like, easily do what you're mentioning. But I see some people who struggle with being able to have that ability to turn off, the ego that they feel like is around whoever they're talking to, and
Well, I think for some people, it is they've never been in the situation before. When you've never been around famous people or great people, you have a different reaction than when you're used to it.
yeah, obviously. Yeah.
When you're used to it, it's like,
I just don't think I ever really have had anybody that's made me feel like you see Michael Jackson back in the day. People used to faint when they literally saw this man. I've seen people almost faint in front of some of my friends when we've been in public, and I'm like, I don't think there's anybody on earth that could make me feel like it blows my mind that people could even be moved that much just by somebody's presence. But you get what I'm saying? Like Beyonce goes through it, obviously. I'm sure Taylor Swift and all these other big celebrities do too. But that other side of it is kind of what fascinates me about people, is that some people really are that taken in by the persona that other people carry as
Well,
their
they're
celebrity.
fans.
I get it,
I don't want to
but
begrudge people for being
I'm not trying to
fans.
begrudge them, but I'm
They're fans.
saying it's almost like another level of fandom that I just don't know if I'm a fan of anything to that caliber.
Right. Well, and you don't need to be, and we celebrate.
We talked about producing.
We celebrate you for not being that, but people are fans, and some folks what does the poet say? Most people live quiet lives of desperation. So if meeting Chris Brown, who's a friend of yours, or Lonnie, who's a basketball player for the Lakers, is a friend of yours. I'm throwing out your
Yeah,
friends.
I was gonna say just
I can.
my friends out there.
If meeting your friends, like relieves them of some of that desperation and despair, and gives them something to cling to as evidence that there's goodness still left in the world, then let them have that.
I do.
Let them have. I know you do. Yeah. I'm just saying, generally speaking.
Yeah.
Let folks have it. I don't mind it. I'm just like you. I don't respond that way. Can you imagine me falling out meeting somebody? Not gonna happen. But I understand why people do it.
Yeah.
And I love to see kids meet their idols. I think it's always the best moment in the world to watch a kid meet somebody that they love.
My favorite, so when I would go to all the games, throughout the season watching Lon, we would sit right where the players walk into the tunnel. And my favorite thing about being at the games most of the time was watching all the kids that would sit there and wait for LeBron and watching their reactions when, they would see them coming or after they touched their hand. Man, I've seen some kids almost literally pass out.
Again.
Oh my God, he touched my hand, run around the arena. And that is probably one of the best feelings.
Well, then, so you do understand.
I do as a kid, but I just meant as I got older, I don't think I've ever.
But maybe that's what's wrong with getting older.
Yeah.
Is that we lose that sense of wonder and awe and respect and
excitement.
Yeah, about meeting people and being around. Maybe the kids have it right, and maybe we have it wrong. Maybe we should, and maybe we should be that way when your wife comes home, or when your husband comes home, or when you see your kids. Toni Morrison has a great question. Do your eyes still light up when I come in the room?
Yeah.
Huh? Maybe the kids have it right.
Yeah.
If you love somebody and care about them, when you get on the phone with your mom, that ought to be fandom.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because that's your
maybe the
biggest
kids
fan,
have it right.
You're
Maybe
right.
I have it wrong.
You're right.
All right. Next time I'm on the phone with you,
We go have some enthusiasm.
Listen.
Go.
I'm gonna try to rip your shirt off during the break.
What is wrong with it?
I don't know. The things I say. Who knows why?
So look, this actually rolls into our next story because it talks about fans, doing strange things. According to Today in Global, this is worldwide, fans keep throwing objects at musicians. And the list of incidents.
I saw somebody do something at Cardi B.
Yeah, that was one of the ones I was going to speak on.
She threw the mic at him?
They threw a drink at her, and she threw the microphone out of it.
Listen.
And she threw it hard, too. It wasn't like it wasn't no hesitation. She
went right back to the Bronx.
That was a real New York response. And then Lotto, she was performing in Germany, and she had an object thrown at her. She responded by challenging the person to throw it again. Like we talked about earlier, black people immediately.
Do that again.
Do that again. Harry Styles, during a concert in Vienna, an object hit him in the face, and it was reported that a rose stem struck his eye. Damn.
But that was probably not intentional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
just throwing roses.
We got a Drake example. A fan threw a cell phone at Drake during a concert in Chicago. And although Drake tried to catch it, the phone hit his hand and flew off the stage. He tried to catch it and just missed. But somebody tried to throw their phone at him. Who else is on here? What? Pink, the artist, a concert goer threw a bag containing ashes on stage during a Pink concert in London. While it didn't hit her, she picked it up and addressed the fan.
Okay, who the hell is Pink? I don't know who that is.
She's an artist.
Yeah. She's a singer.
Yeah,
Can I
She's
see
been around
her?
since like the 90s. She's been around.
Yeah, she's been. I thought you would know.
Oh, maybe I do know who she is.
Pink. You'd probably recognize her when
Okay.
you see her.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's helpful.
Hold on, let me see.
You definitely recognize
Oh
her.
yeah, I know her. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know her. Okay.
Yeah. Her hair is hard to miss.
Yeah, I know who she is.
Yeah, but
So the point of this is what? Where are we going?
that there's a trend going around of people throwing stuff at
things?
musicians and celebrities.
I don't think that's the trend. I think the
I don't
trend
either.
is people are
Out of control.
misbehaving and thinking that they have the right to do something that they don't have. And I mean, I'm not sure. I don't have a lot to say about that. Except that we shouldn't be throwing stuff at people.
You be threatening to throw your shoe at me all the time.
Yeah, but that's hyperbole. I'm not
So-
actually gonna throw my shoe.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Have you ever actually thrown your shoe at him?
I threw my shoe at my sons. I have thrown it at them. You know, I never beat my kids.
But you would throw stuff at
No, I
them.
never did. But I listen. They got a shoe thrown at them.
Look, my mama wouldn't beat me.
I would
but
grab
she-
him up. You know, like
Yeah, yeah.
and they're like, "Come here."
That was my mama's favorite move. Whole neck on the
Oh
shirt.
yeah,
sleeve.
just you boy.
look like noodles after.
No, you just come here. You bring them real close, like you. You know, like listen. This is gonna be a hard conversation for you, young man.
You know it's real when their eyes get big and
Yeah.
the mouth get tight. That's when I knew
Listen.
my mom was about ready to kill me.
Yeah,
I would do anything to stop that look. But yeah, we're gonna go to our next break. That was a good one.
except for the throwing stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
just stop throwing stuff, people.
Yeah.
It ain't that hard.
Throw me money though.
But you can throw money.
Throw money. All right. I'm sure Drake and all the rest of the list of those people would be more than happy to accept paper money. Mm-hmm. All right.
Not coins.
No. Coins hurt.
Yeah.
Not coins.
Make it hail.
All right, people.
We're gonna be right back.
Yeah.
Welcome back. We about to go to our video. Hence why we got our headphones on, right, Doc?
Yes.
We going to your hometown, New York. Subway Chronicles. You know how that could get.
You guys always find negative videos about New York, so I'm prepared.
Who knows if it's going to be negative?
That's
It's
what
just a
y'all do.
Subway. See, we say Subway and you automatically assume it's going to be something.
No,
Why
not
is
because you
that?
said Subway.
No, it's because crazy.
It's because I consider the source.
Okay, I didn't pick the video.
Well, he ain't no better.
Let's see.
See?
Oh,
Oh my God. Oh. Oh, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. They're just sitting there?
it's New York.
Oh,
It's
hell.
your people.
Does that thing bite?
It looked like it.
It looks like a black mamba.
It definitely looked like it.
What is this? Wow. I knew y'all were gonna. I wish I could cuss on this show. I knew y'all were gonna choose some mess.
That, my people, Doc's hometown. That's where
Wow. Did you see the snake?
he came. That was a big snake too.
And they just sat there like it's okay.
It was multiple people too. Like
Man, I'm out.
I would have definitely been.
I'm out. You
I would
hear
have been
me?
like them people that be doing the flips and stuff on the
First
subway
of all,
trying to
I
get up
might
out of there.
stomp on the snake. If you stomp on a snake's head, does it kill it?
I don't know. Why you asking me?
What do you dare me?
What was that?
Yes. But
Yes?
you got to stomp really hard. You got a strong skull.
I'm out. I'm either out or I'm stomping.
Ugh, I can't even think of stomping on a snake. What?
Did you see that thing hit that man in the face?
No, it's smacked.
And he didn't even react.
And the guy was recording.
Might
He's
have
like,
been
he saw it
knocked
coming.
out.
He saw it coming, and he just let it happen. He's like, don't interfere with nature.
That could have broke his nose.
He
That
had
hit
to,
him kind of
he
hard.
was Star Trek, the prime directive. He was like, don't interfere, don't interfere with the planet species.
So first off, you already told us what you would have done in the snake scenario. But I got to ask you, since you're from New York, and we all going to answer this question if anybody's been on the subway in New York. What's the strangest thing you've seen on the subway?
People having sex.
On the subway?
And I sat there and watched it too. I was like, well, there we go. Well, there we go.
I guess that could get in the strange category.
People having butt naked sex.
They
on the
were butt naked too.
Listen, there was giblets and berries and pastries everywhere. Donuts, croissants,
croissants and
everywhere.
giblets and berries.
and I sat right there.
Oh my gosh. My strangest, I feel like I got a couple, but the strangest, I saw somebody shoot up for the first time ever with like a spoon, everything, full blown on the subway in the back and I was like right across, from it. I didn't know what to do because I couldn't believe it was actually happening. I'm like, wow, like you're actually doing this in front of just everybody, just no care given, and that kind of threw me.
What do you mean you didn't know what to do?
I couldn't get off of it, but I felt so uncomfortable because I was like, I had never.
Why didn't you go down the car?
I did, but it was like,
All right.
I was so close to it that it was like, I don't even want to walk past this person right now.
Yeah, that's how you know you from Cleveland. She definitely not from Brooklyn.
I was like, I did not want to walk past this person right now. I was going to just ignore it at first, but then it got to a point where it was
I would not even move my seat. As long as you don't bring that needle over here, not my problem.
That's what I'm saying, but it was like,
my
all
problem.
right, when you see something out the corner of your eye, you're like, all right, and then you kind of look, and then you actually see what's going on over there, and you're like, oh, let me get up out of here.
Yeah,
But
no.
yeah, I've seen a lot of crazy stuff though.
Okay, one more.
I saw somebody get hit by the train, and actually get stuck in the train, and people were Snapchatting it and acting like it was just normal.
Okay,
and
that's
everything.
crazy.
It was crazy.
sad.
It was real
Yeah,
sad.
that's terrible,
People
yeah.
it was like a whole thing, and the train just said, "Oh, we're just gonna get off. Here. You guys can walk to the next station." Someone got, hit by the train. We go there. People just taking Snapchat videos like it was, and then
It's the world we live in.
train. I was like, "What is going on in New York?"
That's a little weird.
It was crazy. It
That's
blew
not
my
good.
mind. What about y'all? Y'all ever been on the subway in New York?
I've never been in New York nor on a subway.
Oh man,
God.
you can take it downtown. We got us a little subway.
Aren't you from Chicago?
Yeah, I mean, I've been on little trains like that.
Like
I mean,
the
I guess
L?
I've never been like to the New York
The New York
subway.
subway,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
You've been on the L though, right?
I've been on the
yeah.
subway
In
more
Chicago?
times than I could count.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been on the subway so many times. I have so many stories. I'm not going to go into it.
Give me the strangers.
I mean, I've seen strange animals. I've seen people in the throes of self-passion, making eye contact with men who are just like, their hands are in their pants, and I'm like, what is happening?
Whoa.
Like, what do you do? Like, you don't notice?
Wait, you saw people pleasing themselves?
Staring
He's,
people in the eye
staring at
like
me.
hard.
I'm like,
Wait, they're staring at you, Tyler?
but I'm like, well, I'm stuck on this for the next, few stops. I'm like, you know what? Here we are.
Look, and it get dark, and then the
should've-
light come in, and then it get dark.
I've been staring.
He moves closer, gets dark, and he's like right next to you. He's like,
Need some help?
he's moving closer.
Oh man, that sounds
Oh my God.
horrifying. I'm not gonna lie. That sounds like a scene of a movie.
I love the subway though, man. It's a theater right there. I mean, you never know what you're gonna get.
Only he would love to
But
subway.
to
White
defense,
people. What I tell you?
you also see a lot of beauty though. You see some incredibly talented artists, people playing
Extremely
music,
talented people.
Some
I've
of the
seen
most
some.
beautiful things I've seen down
Let
there.
me tell y'all something. This is gonna surprise you. When I'm in New York, I don't even take the subway.
I know you don't take. You ain't gotta
I
tell me.
don't
I
go
know
down
you
there.
don't take the subway.
It's the wild, wild west. I get in an Uber and I go where I need to go. I'm not taking no subway. My man Nigel was like, "Man, we gonna take the train." I said, "Who's we?"
Copy this Uber.
No. Are you gonna get your car out of the?
Would you rather take the bus over the train in New York?
Listen,
Would you take the bus?
let me tell you my public transportation history and why it triggers me.
Okay.
So my mom didn't drive.
Okay.
We only took public transportation growing up,
Okay.
unless somebody would give us a ride.
Okay.
I hated
Every bit of
the
that.
bus and the train so much that I said, when I get older,
I ain't never.
I'm not messing with this.
Yeah, I hear that.
So no, I don't want none of it.
I feel you.
So to get me to go on a train, it has to be
Probably in
a
another
short
country or
ride.
something. Quick. Yeah.
I'm not going from 139th down to
Midtown.
no Midtown.
You can do that?
Probably not, but downtown.
Okay.
You know the World Trade area.
Okay. Yeah.
Or to the ferry,
Okay.
which is the tip
The very.
of
very
Lower
bottom.
Manhattan.
Yeah.
Never
Never.
again.
Never.
I used to do it all the time.
Yeah. What about if you needed to get to Jersey and you had to take the path? Would you take that instead of driving? Because
Why am I going to Jersey? Let's talk about that. Convince me that I need to go. I can think of one reason I would go to Jersey, and I'll tell you during the break.
Hey, tell me about that.
I'll tell you during the break what their name is. That's the only reason. If this person was in Jersey, my ass is
Is
getting
it
on the
Jersey?
train. But other than that,
All right, so this is off topic before we go to the next video, but who's got the best pizza in New York?
Ooh. I don't know. I got a spot that I go to called Harlem Pizza.
Harlem Pizza.
Was it Harlem Pizza or Uptown Pizza on 135th and
West or East?
Frederick Douglass. So it's West.
West
135th. It's good.
That is in Harlem, too, yeah.
It's good.
Okay.
It's really good. Shout out to my guys. When I call them, they know my voice.
Yeah.
They go, Sean.
Would you date me?
What? What was that?
Somebody saying, would you date me?
What I?
No, no. Is that it? Oh, no.
That's what happens when I have to prepare the next video.
Oh, okay.
It starts playing.
I thought Aaron, you might be too young for me, and you're too short.
Short?
You about 6'6". You 6'6". I think about it. You're too short, Aaron. Too short. I'm like, who just asked me to date you?
Yeah, I was going to say that came out of nowhere. But my favorite pizza I think I had out there was in Dumbo. There was a pizza spot.
It's in Brooklyn.
Yeah. Like,
Oh, right across the bridge?
Yeah. Like
That's where Jay-Z lives.
Really?
He has an apartment right. There's a famous pizzeria.
Because there's like a park over there too, right?
Yeah, it's a famous pizzeria in Dumbo.
Uh-huh.
And when you come over the bridge, that's where it is, right? I'm not
Yeah,
right
yeah,
there?
yeah, you're right.
There's a building, and Jay-Z has has a place.
Yeah.
I don't know if he still lives there.
probably dope.
Right across from the pizzeria.
Really?
Yeah, he lives right.
That's
used to live
crazy.
right there.
That pizza was amazing. That's all I remember.
You know, I went there and I wasn't.
You weren't impressed?
No, I thought I could be in Harlem right now.
Shout out to Harlem. But yeah, we're going to go to this next video. Let's see what we got.
Would you date me?
Baby, we couldn't even get a drink together.
Whoa.
Why?
You can't buy me nothing.
Whoa.
What do you mean?
Look at your outfit. What are you wearing?
I think I look pretty fly.
What is she
Who,
wearing?
Your mom?
Maybe.
Okay. Not for me.
But would you date me?
No,
Why?
because you're like my grandchild.
Age is just a number.
I like black men.
Age is just a number.
Yeah, I like
though.
black men.
Try the best of both worlds.
No, baby, you're like a child. You're like up to my knee.
I'm taller than you though.
I don't care. You're up to my knee. What? I'm gonna go down. Oh, boo, boo. Give me a kiss. Oh no.
Would you date me?
Hell no.
Why?
Damn.
Bruh, for real?
Yeah, I'm for real.
Why would I date you?
Because I'm beautiful.
And you hella small. I'm hella big.
I'm bigger than you though.
No, you're not. Look.
Yeah.
I'm heavy.
I'll throw you around like
you
a
this
rag
big.
doll.
You this big, bruh.
Nah.
What the hell I'm gonna do with you?
You can do a lot.
Hey, let me see.
All right then.
Nah, for real. You wanna go on a date?
All right, let's do it
I
then.
don't think I could date you though.
Why?
I don't know. Like, you're not. Like, you just not the one, bruh.
Not her rubbing his chest and laughing.
I like the kid though.
Yeah, he's bold.
Yeah, he has a great sense of humor. But you know, let me say this real quick. This might get me in trouble. Some people should be a little more gracious in their nose
Yeah, because they
they
That was hard.
are not the cats meow and the dogs bow wow themselves. You know,
the cats meow and the dog.
you know that first person. I don't know. I mean, I don't. You know.
Now, if you looked like Rich, it'd be a little different, right?
Yeah, you look like Rich. You listen. You all right?
Yeah.
You almost died.
Yeah, I know. Damn, almost lost me.
Ain't a girl ever turn you down, Rich?
Yeah, I've been turned down. I used to actually be real shy to approach girls when I was younger at first. It wasn't until I got in, like, I feel like high school. No, more college where I was like,
Came into your
all right, I
full
started.
sexy.
No, but when I actually realized that, you know, I wasn't ugly, I guess, so to speak.
Came into your sexy.
I guess. Yeah, I guess.
Don't do that.
I'd like to think I was probably sexy before then. I just
probably
didn't know
weren't.
it. I just didn't know it. Probably a little funny.
You know,
looking
it's
at
funny
it.
because some people grow into their looks.
Yeah, I think I might, but I kind of looked the same since I was.
Let's see. You were a cute kid. I saw a picture.
I just didn't have no. I mean, I already don't have much facial hair, but just picture me without this.
No.
You saw John Henry, didn't you? I looked like I did in John Henry all my childhood, pretty much.
So how do you handle rejection?
Gracefully. I just smile and
You're not one of those guys who just
who's gonna
goes off.
snap. Well, you did.
I don't want you anyway. You idiot.
Won't you no way?
You're not one of those guys.
No. I ain't never been that.
Why do
person.
guys do that?
I think it's the sense of most people just don't know how to handle rejection. Like we talked about in the other episode, we don't teach people how to lose. We don't teach people how to handle rejection. That's not something we're taught growing up. So a lot of people are impulsive already as it is. And then if you give somebody a reason to be and they feel embarrassed, I think it's embarrassment and almost, trying to overcompensate for being rejected. But I don't know. I've never been the kind of person to snap on somebody because I know I don't care what I look like. I don't care how many people may think I'm attractive. I know there's somebody out there that's going to like what they like, and it may not be me. And I got to always respect that because I know I don't like everything.
Listen, it's a lot easier to deal with rejection when you don't have to see it often.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
I'm an actor. I get rejected every day.
Listen, people.
I'm an actor, though. I get rejected
totally
more than most
different.
people have to deal with.
Totally different. This guy is not getting rejected very often in the club.
What do you feel about meeting people for the first time, though, and that encounter that people have when, they connect? Do you feel like you're one of them people that are drawn to somebody who makes the extra effort or somebody who plays it cool where it's almost like the confidence speaks for itself and it's just a, standard introduction?
It depends
rather
on
than
the
trying to
mood
do
that
too
I'm
much?
in.
Oh, okay.
So, and it depends on what I'm in the room to do. If I'm in the room to be the center of the room or I'm the focus of the moment, then I'll be much more interactive and talky
Than usual.
But if I'm just there,
Save me all the extra.
I don't give a damn. All right?
Just talk to me.
Yeah. Or don't talk to me. Totally fine with that too. I didn't come here to talk to nobody. I came here to check a box.
Okay.
Most interactions like that don't really do anything for me.
Yeah.
Like the kind of overly like the party,
Yeah.
Man, whatever.
Yeah, but some people, they feel like they got to come up and make a joke or make somebody laugh or, do this, that, and the third to be able to get somebody's number or something like that. Whereas I feel like the older that I got.
Oh, you were asking me. I misunderstood your question.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I thought you were asking me how do I operate in the room generally.
Yeah,
But you want to know how I talk to somebody.
Yeah, or how you would prefer to be spoken to or approached by somebody that is interested in you. Because I don't think a lot of women like the way most men approach them, and I don't think vice versa or, whatever. I think a lot of people it don't matter who I feel like, your orientation or who you are, attracted to is. I think majority of people don't enjoy how those first encounters come about unless it's.
So here's what I do, and it's always a test, okay? I'll make an observation about the room. And if you can't tap into being observant, I'm going to leave your ass at the bar.
Already written off. Yeah.
Right. So I'll make an obvious observation like, can you believe it's this dark in here?
It sure is hot in here.
Hot or dark or... Have you noticed that most of the people in here are sweating through their clothes?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Something
Or if I'm really trying to see something, then I'll say, have you noticed that bartender, blah, 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 blah.
You give a feeler. You put out a feeler to see.
Just to see if the other person can respond to someone who is observant.
Yeah, put together a sentence.
Are you observant? So my first response isn't about you.
It's about your awareness.
It's about the room. So we're not beginning talking about, you the finest thing I've ever seen in my damn life.
Yeah.
If I had some syrup, I'd put it on you. That sounds like a nasty uncle. A seedy uncle. I'm not seedy people, okay? I was playing a role. It was just a role. But the significance is, everybody take a deep breath.
There's people out here that would say that too.
Oh, a lot of people. But the point is, my first response, my first interaction isn't a vain compliment. Or it isn't.
That is not the way to go most times, people.
Or it isn't me trying to elicit something that you think about. What you think about my shoes?
Yeah, to get a reaction out of your.
No, let's do something that's going to test to see whether or not I'm talking to someone who can handle the beginning of a conversation that's, number one, not about them,
Yeah.
but also about their surroundings.
And it tells you a lot about them.
Tells
too.
you a lot about it. I just gave you all free,
That's free
dating
game.
advice.
That's real game right there.
Okay? What did you, that's,
We call it game, free game.
no, there's something, they call it something else too.
Rizz.
Rizz.
The Rizz, yeah. See, I
The
gave you
fact
free.
that he even
Thank
knows
you,
that word tells
Aaron.
me he is on TikTok.
He was giving me 1990s words.
We need to start
Game.
limiting your TikTok
Okay.
usage. You did
Why?
not just tell me about the word Rizz.
Rizz.
Oh,
I gave
man.
you all free Rizz.
What is happening here?
Okay? When you want to meet a woman or meet a guy or meet whatever you want to meet, you first say something about the space.
Yeah.
And see how they respond.
Free Rizz, y'all.
All right? Because if the person can't respond to an observation about the space that's clear, you talking to a dummy. Or someone you might take home, but not to your mama. And you know what I'm saying. Amen.
Hey, man. No, that's real,
I
though.
just take up an offer right now. Aaron, give me some money.
That's great advice, though.
Kidding.
Do you know
That's
what
great
the
advice.
Rizz means, though? Like, do you want it to derive from?
What?
What is it?
Charisma. The Rizz. And
Charisma.
Oh, I didn't know.
I never
that.
knew
Yeah, charisma. See, this one. This the
Never knew it.
millennial over here.
I don't use the term at all, so
I'd never heard it until
I
Rizz.
just let the kids use it. The
Aaron
fact
and
that
I knew
he's
it.
using it. I know the term, but I didn't know where it came from because I don't use it. Didn't care.
I have a lot of Rizz.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah, you just drop feeler questions like that and intellectually tap in with people in a way.
It's not a feeler.
What do you call it?
Not a feeler.
It's a toucher.
No,
Messing with you.
what in the world?
it's a probe.
And you're
What would
going to
you call
continue
it? What would you call it?
to add it. It's an invitation.
It's an invitation.
I open the door.
You open the door. I like that though.
Yeah. I
like
open the
that.
door, and I let you show me. Do you have the wherewithal to walk in?
Yeah. I like that. It's crazy. I think I've, in a similar way, been the same way when I approach, people throughout my years. I usually will make a comment about something that ain't got nothing to do with either one of us because sometimes people assume I'm going to be a certain way when I walk up to them regardless, just based off of my
You're what?
stature. But there's a lot of, I'm like, I fit the
Just messing fun
stereotype.
your what?
But I fit the stereotype
That's what
of like,
did.
this guy's an athlete.
He was like this. My.
Because it's all of it. It's not just the appearance. Sometimes it's my height. That people think I'm an athlete, whatever.
height.
Sometimes people think I'm
It's
just
the
dumb.
skin.
It depends on what I'm wearing. But no, for real. Like some people really will assume that I'm going to be all kind of stuff that they done made up in their head when I approach them.
Because most good-looking people are mean.
Really?
Yeah, most good-looking people are mean and dismissive.
I mean, I'm very aware of that in different ways now. But
In my
I never
experience,
sat
anyway.
and thought about it as much.
Most,
That-
there's an arrogance, there's a conceit, right? Because most good-looking people are used to people always fawning over them. Attention is going to them.
Yeah.
And they're either irritated by it at this point, or they take it for granted,
Yeah.
or they take it to mean something that it doesn't actually mean. You just look good.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Greatness still eludes you.
Yeah. Until you.
You sexy, and you had nothing to do with the accomplishing of that.
Want the best of Maury? Kevin, you are not.
Want the best of the Steve Wilkos show? Would you take Dave back if you left Katie?
Want the best of Jerry Springer? Just download Nosey on your mobile device or stream it on Pluto TV, Samsung TV, or the Roku channel. Until next time, America.
I was kind of lost my track of thought for a second. But one of the things that I've realized, though, is that
That
when
happens
I
to you a lot.
came into that, I start realizing things. Or what?
Losing your train of thought.
Oh, yeah, I know. But
I can always tell when you've lost it.
Yeah, when I
And,
came,
and sometimes I just let you just.
you always do. You
let
always
you hang
do.
there.
You just let
I don't
the
even jump in.
Just let the plane take off and just float off.
Listen, sometimes I just sit here and go, I want to see
how long it's gonna take him to catch himself. It's like ADHD is real,
I know what
people.
the hell he's
Okay,
saying.
I be having a million thoughts, and I be trying to figure out which one I was thinking of before I started the one that I'm on.
It is one of the joys of this show. Just watching you go down some road, and I know he don't know where he's going
Anymore, he's just
And
driving. It's like when you're on the highway and you miss your exit because you're on the phone talking to somebody. That's me. I done missed my exit and now I'm trying to circle back.
Sometimes I jump in because let me say this, boy.
I appreciate when you say it. I genuinely appreciate the
I'm
same.
like, no, I'm gonna let him just.
That's a genuine appreciation
I'm
for
gonna
the
let him
same.
just drive past his exit.
Whole point I was trying to make, because I remember you're going to make me lose it again if I don't catch
Go
this.
ahead, say it.
So when I first came into the industry, one of the reasons why I wanted to actually be an actor was because I felt like with everything that God blessed me with that I didn't have control over, I felt like there's a certain responsibility that comes with that. You know what I'm saying? Like if people are attracted to you, people want to listen to what you got to say, people want to see you, give them something worth looking at and listening to.
No, that's good.
And that was
that was
what
worth
I
remembering.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to grab it. But
Put that under the screen.
I got me a title now.
Yeah, put his little bubble. What do we call those
Give me a
things under
bubble.
the screen?
A little
Pull quotes.
quote.
Wow.
Like you pull a quote.
That's
Not. We need
not
a better.
the
We need
term.
something with
Lower
more Rizz.
third.
We need something with
Lower
more
third.
Rizz.
Yeah,
now.
we need some more Rizz.
Yeah.
Poll quotes.
Yeah.
That's all you can come up with.
Let's just
It's
call
a
it a
lower
subtitle
third.
for now.
All right. Well, we'll call it the
Quote
Rizz.
bubble.
Quote
Quote bubble.
Quote bubble.
The
Quote
Rizz.
bubble. But no, that's actually a great point.
But I realized how many people don't care.
No,
I was like,
They don't.
what? Like I used to get, it used to really blow me and like affect me a lot more than it does now, to the point where I would actually be upset about it. But man, like it really surprised me that people are blessed that much and still don't care about
Can
how
I say
other
this to you?
people feel.
Beauty is a gift.
Yeah.
It is a gift from the Creator. Most people don't understand the value of it. And most people walk around as if the fact that people are attracted to you is a burden. Let me say this to you, and I'm particularly talking to straight people when I say this, but also gay folks too. So if you're a straight person and a gay person is attracted to you, you being offended by that is a misappropriation and a misunderstanding of the gift that you have. You are beautiful. So people are going to be attracted to you.
Regardless.
You have no obligation to be attracted back to them.
Exactly.
But the fact that you get the attention is just confirmation of what the Creator has done.
People don't know how to handle that.
Because they make who is attracted to them about who they are. Right?
Yeah.
Whoever's attracted to you has nothing to do with your identity.
At all.
It has only to do with the gift that you've been given. So if you're straight or you're gay and the people you're not attracted to are attracted to you, instead of getting upset about that, why don't you bless the creation that made you, accept the responsibility, and respond the way you respond, which is to say, to be appreciative, to be clear, right, on who you are and where you stand, but not to turn into some curmudgeon, you know, and be beating people up because they're attracted to you. Stop doing that.
That's crazy to me.
Listen, you're going to mess around and lose the gift. Huh? Let's talk about that for a few seconds,
Come back
people.
around.
Because the same one that gave it to you can take it away.
Anytime, too.
Right? And don't think you can't lose your beauty. Because there are a lot of people I went to high school with that I thought was beautiful. Only to discover they look terrible now. Okay? You can lose beauty. So when you have it and people are attracted to you, celebrate it, honor it. Don't become belligerent about it. You don't have to be attracted back to them. But it's always cool to say to people, thank you.
It's that simple.
And you're not thanking them for telling you something you don't already know. You're thanking them for the confirmation that builds the confidence you need to do the things that you were born to do with that beauty.
which you can look at as a gift to you.
Listen, man, I wish I had it. If I was beautiful, I'd be a mess. Let me tell you. I'd be an Aaron. I'd be a hoe.
On that note, we need to get out of here. I don't even want him to open
I'd
this
be terrible. Y'all'd have to come get me.
Lord have mercy. This was a good episode, though, Doc.
This the whole thing?
Yeah, we went off the rails a little bit today, but
Did we even do a story?
yeah, we did. We did 2 stories.
We did? Okay.
We did 2 stories.
I got so
we
wrapped
talked about
up.
Kobe for a while in a minute.
Oh, Kobe. I did talk about Kobe.
Yeah, this was a good episode.
Shout out to him.
So 8/24 next year, Kobe and Gigi are going to have their statue unveiled. Are you going to attend the
No.
statue? No.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
If you could write something on it, though, what would you write?
What would I write? Great question. I don't know. I'd have to think about it.
You probably write, I hope you up there reading something good.
I introduced him to Junto Diaz. I probably write the name of the first book I gave him, which is called Drown. I write Drown. Yeah.
He would know exactly what
He would know exactly. He loved that book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right, people, read books. Okay? Read books. Don't just watch videos. Read books. I don't know how I got into that. But we'll see you next time. Thank you for tuning
That's
in.
when he lose his train of thought. He talking about me. Until next time.
I didn't
people.
actually lose my train of thought. I just assessed where I was going.
Yeah,
There's
you
a
caught it
difference.
way faster than I do.
Bye, people. Bye. Next week.
The content on McMillan and Morrow is provided as commentary on news and current events for entertainment purposes.
Hey, everybody on the YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. If you like what you see, make sure you like and comment and share because we got to spread the joy, people. That's how it goes. See you next time.